Welcome back to my Talks Football, and Atletico Madrid have had a comeback win against Bayer Leverkusen as they defeat them 2-1. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I think this was one of the best games of the night. There's going to be talk about the Barcelona game, but I think this was one of the best games of the night. Two teams who are at the moment top of their form. I know Atletico lost over the weekend, but the run they have been on for the last couple of months, they have been amazing. And Leverkusen themselves, they have not lost a game for I think almost 1.5 months. So both of these teams have been on a really good form, and it showed like both those teams seems are like they are like the outsiders. They're not invited to the top of the table, even though both of them are like they're not accepted as the big boys of the leagues. Leverkusen going against Bayern Munich, Atleti going against Barca and Real. So this game was quite a fun one to watch, and both teams came out, ready to go for a fight, and it was quite an end-to-end stuff. The game was going. Bayern Leverkusen had a bit of an upper hand, if I'm being very honest with you. At the start of the game, they were a much better side. They looked more composed as compared to Atleti. They were creating much better chances. The possession, they had a better possession. Atleti created the chances themselves. I'm not saying that, but I think Leverkusen looked a lot better as compared to Atleti. And then unfortunately, Atletico and Barrios gets themselves a sent off, and that sort of changes the dynamic of the game. Leverkusen were already, looking like a better side. They completely, dominate at in that first half. They go ahead and they keep on trying. I think that first half performance from Johan Ablak, I think he makes 4 or 5 great saves, crucial saves. I think that's the reason Atleti, even if I'm being very honest with you, because the Leverkusen were hell bent on scoring that goal. If Atleti concede 2-3 goals, even 2 goals in that first half, I think they don't turn around that game. But so full credit to Oblak. He keeps his team in the game with those saves there, and they keep on denying Leverkusen the chance to go ahead. They keep on denying right at the end. Finally, they break the deadlock right just before halftime. The ball comes in, from the right hand side, beats everybody right the far post, and they head it in, and it becomes 1-0 to Leverkusen. And in a way, it was richly deserved. They deserve to go ahead, and it becomes and they take the lead. They go into the second half, and again they come back from the second half, and Leverkusen are still dominating. They are the one. They're like Atleti were so far pushed into their box that they did not have any anyone anywhere to go. They were not able to get the ball out in, and then out of nowhere, one clearance. It was 2 passes. What a counter attack! The ball, the defender goes up. I forgot the guy who passes to Alvarez, but the defender passes it to him, and then he passes it to Julian Alvarez, and that was it. Alvarez takes the ball. He has a defender on it. He bullies him away. Then the second defender comes in. He bullies him away as well. Has it on and takes a shoot and scores the goal and brings Atletico Madrid back into the game. Nobody expected that to happen. It came out of nowhere. It was the Leverkusen attack after attack after attack, and Atleti were just hanging on by the thread. Alvarez scores that goal, and that just basically changes the game. To be very honest, Atleti, who were very confident up until that point, they sort of look back at what has happened. They sort of put the brakes, and which I personally think was a wrong thing to do. They should have not done that. They still had that man advantage, and they should have continued to go on, try to get that second goal and make sure that they win the game. But unfortunately, they don't do that, and I think they sort of push back a little, and it gives Atleti a chance to come back into the game. They were already, with scoring that goal, the confidence was back in the team, and then at Leverkusen sort of pushing, pulling back, allowed Atleti to come back. It became an even game, and after that, and became an even game when Leverkusen were shown a red card as well, and it became 10-on-10, and then it went back to like the early 15-20 minutes of the game, and it was an end-to-end stuff. And then again, who else was but Atleti? I think that second goal was quite a silly one to concede. They could have easily cleared the ball away. Leverkusen, I think they would be really disappointed. Xavi Alonso, I am sure he's going to lay into his players for conceding that second goal, because it was easily avoidable. It was their mistake. They had like two chances to get the ball out of their half, but they were not able to do it. And then again, ball falls to Julian Alvarez, and he goes and he scores that second goal. I think this is his best performance in an Atleti shirt since he has come from Manchester City. He has scored other goals as well, but I think there's a certain performance when a player really lifts his team from out of misery, and he gets them the win, and he makes them shine brightly. I think this was one of those performances for Julian Alvarez that he really needed. As I said, he has scored goals as well, but this is his this is one of those games where at the end of the season where we can say that Alvarez won Atleti that game, and I think he would be really happy. I think Simeone would be really happy. They needed a reaction Atleti after the loss against Leganes over the weekend, and the way that they started and what happened in that game to come back around and to win it in that fashion, and especially considering that Alvarez was the winner. They spent big money on him, and to repay all of that, I think it was a really good game for them. They have propelled up themselves to fifth in the table. They are looking really good at the moment. They're one of those teams. It looked like they are going to finish in the top eight at the and they're going to make sure that they don't have to play 2 extra games. Leverkusen on the other hand, they would be quite disappointed. They had so many chances in that first half, so many chances there, and they were just not able to take them. As I said, Oblak was standing there like a wall, but they should still have been able to score 2-3 goals to make sure that they something like what happened in the second half doesn't happen. But they're just not able to take advantage of that. I think Xabi Alonso would be quite angry and disappointed with his players that they were just not able to finish the game off in that first half. It should have easily been 2-3-0, and the game should have been done for Leverkusen. They were the dominating team for majority of that game, and they still end up losing that game. You cannot fault the performance from Leverkusen and the Leverkusen players, but the end result is not there, and I think that is going to be a big disadvantage. They themselves are on 7th, but they are on 13 points. As I keep on saying, so many teams are on 13 points, so anything can happen. They still have a game to go. I still think they are going to finish in the top 8, but I still think now there's going to be an added pressure when the last game comes in, and it's going to be so that could really play into their minds. But performance wise, I think they were really good. It was a great game of football. I keep on saying I think it was one of the best games. Of course, that Barcelona and Benfica game took everybody by surprise, but I think in terms of the other games, I think this one was the second best. I think Bologna and Dortmund game was very good. I think that one was the third one, but I think this one was the second game, second best game of the night. It was such a good game of football. You just it had everything in this game: aggression, good goals, good teamwork, red cards, everything, a little bit of controversy, everything you need in a good game of football. It was there, and the result did in a way, and I would say like the underdogs won, because as I said, Leverkusen completely dominated Atleti in the first half, but Leverkusen Atleti being a home side, they somehow came back and they get the job done, and they get the all three important 3 points, and Alvarez becomes the hero for Atleti. So yeah, that is it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Atleti's performance, what you guys thought of Leverkusen's performance. Who do you think should have won this game? Who do you think deserved to win that game? And in your opinion, were both of the red cards justifiable, or do you think one of the teams, one of them were not a red card? In my opinion, one of them was. I'm not gonna say which one. Let me know what you guys think of the game in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.